A golfer's worst nightmare, the 3-foot putt, whether it's to finish off a par, bogey, or even worse. Be honest with yourself. How many times have you stood over a putt and thought, nah, I don't feel confident about this one at all? Yes, I thought it was you. That's also been me, and it's also been thousands and thousands of golfers across the world have experienced this at some point. But we want to get better at this, and I'm going to show you how. This is Nick Does Golf. Hey guys, it's Nick here from Nick Does Golf. I'm so glad you have made it for this one. This is a massively important part to golf. It's all well and good driving the ball with a really nice high draw off the tee box, hitting a great second shot, having a great short game that gets you out of trouble. But if you simply cannot put the ball in the hole with the putter, especially from 3 foot, then you're simply wasting your time. These short putts can be the difference between you hitting under your handicap or whether you go over. It could even mean that you miss the chance to win the Open Championship. These are massively important, so don't underestimate them. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 3 of my best tips that I can to help you improve your putting. These are the things that I think about when I'm standing over a 3-foot putt. So let's get stuck in and have a look. Okay, tip number 1, grip pressure. How many of you grip the putter grip too hard? You feel all this tension coming up your forearms or your biceps, which ultimately go into your shoulders. This is the anchor of where your putting stroke needs to come from. You've got all this tension in your arms, you literally cannot swing the putter. How many of you look like this? So first thing I do, I make sure that I'm gripping the putter as lightly as possible. You want that club head to be swinging as freely as it can. You don't want your putting stroke, especially with these 3-footers, to look mechanical. You want it to be nice and smooth. Take it back the same length as you take it through. This leads me nicely onto my second tip, which is to take the putter back the same length as you do on the way through. Now, let me show you what I mean. Now, let me show you what a typical nervy average golfer looks like over one of these putts. They can look like that, or they can look like this. So you can probably see why it is imperative that you keep the backswing the same length as the through swing. It keeps it nice and even, it keeps you nice and smooth throughout that putting stroke. You don't have to think about too much else than that. Chances are, unless you've got a really slippery downhill slope, that you're going to take it back probably to your right foot for a right-hander on the backswing, and on the way through just past your left foot on the through swing. So this helps me with my tempo and the speed of my stroke. Really important for putting. Doesn't matter if it's a 3-footer, 50-footer, tempo is imperative. So my third and final tip that I'm going to give you is to not look where the ball is going too early. I know it's a short putt and you are eager to see where it goes, but try and keep your eyes fixated on the point where the ball is once it's gone. Who's guilty of doing this? Now, the biggest problem that you have when you do look up too early is it affects your stroke and which way it is going. So in terms of path, chances are you're going to move to the left with your stroke. because your head moves. If your head moves towards the target, you rotate, and that means that it goes left, closing down the club face, and also your path moves to the left. I am just as eager to look where the ball has gone as much as the next person. But what I try and do for myself is to imagine that I've got a glass panel down the side of my head when I'm putting. What this does is, it makes me think, if I move my head towards that glass panel, it's going to smash. This effectively stops my head from moving, also my eyes moving towards the target, and therefore it makes my swing path for my putter a lot smoother. It keeps me focused on the point where the ball is as well. This is a huge point if you want to learn how to hold more 3-footers. And there we have it. They are the 3 biggest tips and the things that I look for when I'm standing over a 3-foot putt. So just to run through once again. Tip number 1 is your grip pressure. Check this. Looser the better. Just imagine that you could slide that putter out of your hands. Tip number 2. Take the putter back the same length as you do on the way through. Make sure it's equal. This is going to help with your tempo and also the speed of the putt. And finally, tip number 3, keep your head as still as you can. Don't be too eager to look up for the ball. This is massively important. Imagine you've got a glass shield down the left side of your face. If you hit it and move your head, it's a fault and you're going to look up too early, and chances are you're going to miss that putt. So to conclude, I hope that has given you a little bit more confidence and some things to think about when you're standing over a 3-footer to make that par or save that bogey. Whatever it is, I hope that has given you as much confidence to take forwards with you to be able to go out and produce this. These are the things that I focus on when I am over these putts. It does help me a hell of a lot to concentrate and focus on holding those putts that we need to make. I really hope you like this video. Please make sure that you hit that big red button down below, the subscribe button. Also click that bell to turn on those notifications when I upload my most recent videos. Make sure you like and comment on the videos down below. I'd love to know how you've got on, if you've tried any of these at all. Of course, follow all my social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at Nick Does Golf. It's been great to share my thoughts with you. I really hope you enjoyed it and can take these forwards with you. It's been a pleasure. See you all very soon.